Mad Master. And this is kind of similar maybe to the last video I did, but I don't give a shit. It's something that I've been thinking about doing for a while. Is a comment on this video, or on this article. Michael Peckerar is a real pecker too, by the way. But anyways, so I read this article like maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, and I found it very problematic. I'm just getting get my shit together with this here. So when I saw this article, I'm just like, okay, I got to read this. You know, this is kind of a clickbait article. So since I am in my 30s, it was very relevant. And I found that it's complete bullshit because I do at least 75% of the things listed in this article. So I guess I should stop doing things and feeling good about myself, right? Okay. So anyway, so first, this is kind of one of those joke lists that people do, you know, in these articles, and one of those, you know, on the internet. And they do all these articles about things you shouldn't do, shouldn't wear, whatever the fuck. So let's go into it. So there comes a time when to leave certain things in the past. This is that time. Okay. So the first one is going to the club. Okay. First of all, the thing that I noticed is that these people in this article, or in this picture, I mean, are definitely not in their 30s. I mean, I would say probably 50s or 60s. So, I mean, they're using an exaggerated example in the picture, obviously, for comedic purposes, but nevertheless, it's kind of off. And of course, you know, if you see, I see people like, you know, like these, maybe not the woman, but I see, you know, when I go to these clubs, some of these clubs I've been to, you know, I see guys like that occasionally. It's not a big fucking deal. I mean, they're just having to have fun. Some women too, but mostly younger women that go to these clubs, but whatever. So anyways, that brings up the next thing. What exactly does the club hold for you? Do you really think your chances of meeting a 22-year-old model are high enough to justify $12 domestics? First of all, what if you own a club and you're in your 30s? You know, I used to work for this club downtown here where I live, actually, for about 6 months. My roommate got me a job as a bouncer there. Believe it or not, I was actually doing that for a while. Security, well, they call it security. But, so I was doing that for like 6 months. And, you know, those guys are in their 30s. And, you know, there's people in their 30s owning clubs, you know. And, you know, what do you say to them? Just sell your club when you're in your 30s because you don't belong there. It's like, what the fuck? So I'm assuming they're talking about like nightclubs, dance clubs, whatever. It's like, what if you just want to fucking go and have a good time? What if, you know, this club that I went to, that I, you know, worked at, I'd say the clientele's late 20s to, you know, early to mid 40s, actually. There were a lot of older people there. It wasn't totally like, you know, some of the like college bars, but it was sort of, you know, in between, you know, an older bar and, you know, it's a regular college bar. But, you know, it's one of those things I just don't understand why this article is like attacking this. You know, what if you just like to go to those clubs, and what if you like to maybe you do meet women there? You know, I know some people that do that. Big fucking deal, and they're in their 30s. They're in their 30s. You gotta go. Anyways, I'll continue my fucking video when it comes. So unless you're a rapper or an athlete, you have no business in the club. Even if you're a rapper or athlete, it's a gray area. Why? Is it something on your fucking driver's license that said don't go to clubs? You know, some curse that you can't go to clubs. So I don't get it. So okay, so here's the second one. What the fuck is this? They added this stupid thing. Anyways, this Facebook, Twitter thing, whatever. Anything to do with anything? It all having to do with Tapout. Honestly, it should be banned for all men in the world, regardless of age. But still has to be a way to spot the guys with genitalia-related inferiority complexes. Once you hit 30, stickers, shirts, shorts, or even uttering the phrase "has to go." Okay, so the thing is about this Tapout thing. All right, so the first thing I noticed, well, Tapout is kind of passé. It's kind of played out. Okay, so they have a point there, but not for the reasons they think it would be. Mainly because it's just kind of played out. Not because the person's older. I mean, who gives a shit? You know, there was people, you know, if a person in the mid '90s or late '90s was wearing those hypercolor shirts they used to have a long time ago, where you touch the shirt and had that like heat sensitive stuff and it changed color or whatever, they'd be seen as like, oh wow, that's kind of old school, regardless of if they were 20 or fucking 40 or 50, I mean, it's just some of those things. So I mean, I don't agree. I agree with the article about it being played out, but if you want to wear a Tapout, go right ahead. Who gives a shit? Why? Who is the arbiter of this fucking? Who does this article writer think he is? That's the thing. So I mean, it's going to get worse as I go on in this article. I've been waiting to do this. I did a rough draft of this video a couple weeks ago, and then I got some new software. Hopefully, that works a little better. And I'm actually getting a new computer coming in the mail in a couple days that's going to just revolutionize my video making, probably, if I use the right software and shit. And my music making, by the way. So, here's the next one. Shorthand texting. If you're older than 30 and use LOL, SMH, OMFG, or anything else that isn't the word, you're benched for the next 3 innings. Take a lap. And how about spell checking that stuff, man? What are you, 17? Okay, so you're supposed to, like... Well, first of all, I'm just going to say, a lot of millennials are in their 30s. And I happen to be on the cusp of the whole Generation X millennial thing, sort of. So, I mean, like a lot of the women I date are probably, well, actually, all of them, except for one, have been millennials. So, the thing is, with this whole thing, like, this text culture, it's like, are they going to, you think people are going to follow that are in their 30s, that have just kind of grown up into that? I mean, I just think that this article is like assuming a lot of things, like a guy's using that because they're just trying to be cool or fit in with the younger crowd. And that's not the case. That's because they might have been using it since they were 6 years old when they fucking first got a cell phone or something. It's like, what the fuck? That's my main problem with this part. So anyways, I'm going to go on. I've kind of practiced this video as, I'm going super fast because I actually already did this twice and it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, so this will probably go a lot faster than my last attempt at this, which was like 30 minutes or something. Hopefully not, because it'll have to hit all the points, but... Dressing like a slob at the golf course. If you're in your 30s, you should know better than to wear jeans on a golf course. You're an adult now, so take some pride in your appearance. While you're at it, follow rules of golf and course etiquette. Your days of acting like a moron on the golf course are behind you. Be a man. So, first of all, the first thing I noticed about these guys around the golf course is they're smiling. They kind of give this wry smile, like they're in on some joke. And what I thought is, like, this picture, they're trying to look like that on purpose. They're not. They're trying to just, like, fuck with the whole golfing etiquette thing. So it was on purpose, and, I don't think it matters that they're in their 20s or their 30s or whatever, because it's like they're trying to make a statement. And who gives a shit about some fucking guy that's, dressing like some CEO that's carving up the world, polluting the earth and shit? I mean, why is that cool? Why is that? Well, you're 30, you're supposed to be an ass, you're supposed to be a worse asshole, controlling everything, destroying the world. Well, that's great. Well, fucking just sign me up for that, motherfucker. Fuck you. Anyways, what's the next one? Okay, pierced ears, or anything else. Well, okay, so tell that to Harrison Ford, who's 70, who has pierced ears. Well, he's people are always saying, well, he's Harrison Ford, he can get away with it. He can get away with it. Well, who the fuck told anybody they can get away with anything? Who the fuck is this all-seeing eye of fucking coolness that says this shit? I want to shoot them, whoever it is, but, So, how old are you now? Seriously, nobody wears earrings anymore. Well, I beg your pardon? And body piercing. Really, Rodman? Are you going there? Really? Like, a guy in their 30s is not going to look that much different than someone in their 20s. I can see, like, a 70-year-old man looking weird body piercings, but of course it's going to happen because body piercing became cool, and as people get older, they'll hold on to some of that stuff. So it's like, whatever. I mean, I don't fucking, it's so stupid. Anyways, bumper stickers. Okay, so I used to be guilty of this up until recently. And I'm not really guilty of it anymore because of different reasons than this article states. They're interesting when you're 21, but you're an adult now. You should know how to have nice things by now. Well, okay, nice things like a fucking, some kind of luxury car. or you know, some kind of fucking, whatever what they want to say. So my mom has bumper stickers. She's in her 60s. I mean, I don't really understand why this is something that is a maturity thing. Now, I see if you go all out, it's kind of cheesy, like this person. But, the reason why I got rid of my bumper stickers is because I just don't like being cop bait. And I got a new car, and I'm just like, well, I'm not going to put any bumper stickers on my new car. I just want to be conspicuous. So that's how it is. I mean, if I could, I probably would put bumper stickers, but I just don't want to be that person that has the bumper stickers. It's been, the police target. I like to be conspicuous. So I've had some bad experiences, as probably viewers of my videos have already known, with cops. So that's why I don't do it. All right, so number 19. T-shirts with sparkles, random garbage on it, or both. Okay, first of all, I think these are like some Jersey Shore kind of guys. I don't know. One of them, the guy in the back kind of looks like he might be in his 30s, but most of these guys, like I don't know what the fucking age they are. I don't know how to gauge that shit anymore. I have a hard time, unless someone's like 45 or 50 or 20. I have a hard time in between all the other ages. So rule of thumb: if it's from Affliction or Ed Hardy, put it on the rag pile. There's no reason for a grown man to wear a shirt that's been bedazzled. Well, what if they are just eccentric and into that kind of shit? I mean, like I said before, it's like, what is more mature about not wearing stuff that's bedazzled? What is some social, some kind of weird, social strata that thinks this is not cool? It's like, a lot of the stuff that this social strata is representing. I mean, no, the social strata that this article's representing, I oppose anyways. I think it's stupid. It's like, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do that. Have 5 kids, a minivan, and a CEO career, pollute the earth, support drone strikes around the world, just fucking destroy everything, but with your tax dollars, fuck you! I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want! Okay? Fuck you! Anyways, I do own some Affliction, I admit it. And why I did is because I thought some of the designs were awesome, and I couldn't get them anywhere else. So I did, back in the day, I bought some, but I don't wear them. I don't know, I wear one of them sometimes, the Buddha one. That's really cool. But anyways, it's stupid. Bumpy loud music for no reason whatsoever. Oh, it's fucking facepalm city. So, I'm a musician. I play music. I'm, trying to get more stuff together with my music lately. So, all right. And I think it's hilarious that they say this. So, this is actually a little bit funny, this article right here. So, exceptions can be made for cum sale. Well, it's actually not, because it's so snarky. Exceptions can be made for cum sale wear, even flowed gin and juice. Sing on, my friend. Ugh. So, they're assuming, I mean, this article was written in 2014. Already, like, I would say cum sale away probably would be someone that, unless it's from, like, South Park, a South Park fan or something. That song's already, like, 50, not literally 50-something, but 50-something would listen to that, Even flow gin and juice, yeah, it's, maybe 40-something range, maybe late 30s. But it's just like, who gives, like, you have to listen to stuff in your generation and listen to that loud. Well, you can't listen to anything new. Oh, no, we got to be stuck in our adolescence. It's like, doesn't that kind of contradict this whole fucking article? It's like, if you're just random, bumping random music for the sake of hearing it go boom, you don't deserve a Spotify account or can't even afford one. What the fuck? Okay. So, knit hats. All right. It doesn't matter what Colin Farrell does. Colin Farrell's an idiot. Why would you go to look like him? There's no reason for a man in his 30s to wear a knit hat unless he's skiing or robbing someone. Okay, so first of all, what if you want to fucking be warm? What the fuck is wrong with a knit hat? Who gives a shit? It's a fucking hat. It's not like we're wearing one of those suicidal tendencies, punk hats. I mean, who fucking cares? I mean, people, I don't know if people know what the fuck that is, what I was just saying, but, anyways, it's stupid. I mean, that's just one of the dumbest ones on here. I mean, I don't give a shit. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. If I have a knit hat, I'm gonna fucking wear it. Of course, there's certain hats that I wouldn't wear if I was 15. But this is not one of them. I wear knit hats, whatever. Watching pro wrestling. If you're 30 or older, and you still follow pro wrestling in any form, punch yourself in the face. Well, I'm not going to punch myself in the face because I don't watch pro wrestling, so it doesn't really apply to me. Of course, it applies to some of my friends. But, you know, I kind of look past that, and I don't really give a shit. If people want to watch pro wrestling, I like Transformers, for fuck's sake, you know? Being a wrestler is like it was a legitimate sport. Ought to land you in some NSA watch list. Easy to track, though, because it's your mom's basement isn't hard to find. Okay, well, whatever. You know, people can like what they like. And, you know, this whole article also ignores a lot of what's been going on the last couple years. The whole geek culture things. Like, a lot of people, there's a lot of older geeks now. I mean, there's a lot of people just coming out and saying, I like this shit, I like this. Who gives a fuck, you know? We're living in a different age than this article. I don't know who the fuck this guy is, but we're kind of turning a corner as far as a lot of the stuff that's acceptable or not acceptable to people. You know, like nerds are kind of cool. So, anyways, I'll keep going. Number 15, guilty as charged. Living in a legitimate bachelor pad. If you're north of 29, you should have learned somewhere along that. What's this nice things thing? Nice things. What the fuck is he talking about? This is so stupid. Or stop signs on the wall are not nice things. Especially if you're single, your place should look like a grown man lives in it, not a frat boy. That was 10 years ago. Well, my place does not look like that at all. But he's wanting, you know, this ideal bullshit that he's talking about. You know, there's fucking guitars all over the place. There's amps. There's a microphone on the floor right now because I was just recording. There's computers. There's a candle lit. There's video games. There's fucking posters on the wall. There's like a fucking big Iron Maiden tapestry on the wall. There's a Sandman poster and shit. Who gives a fuck? I don't care about what this guy thinks is cool, you know? Obviously, pizza boxes on the floor are not going to be very attractive or whatever the fuck they're saying. But, you know, I mean, I don't have any pizzas. But it's just, it's just so stupid. I mean, I live in a fucking attic of my friend, okay? I mean, this guy would, like, think I'm he would probably just not even think I existed because, like, I would be a non-entity life form, like, below the lowest of the lows, you know, because I pretty much check off most of this list. And I don't give a flying fuck, you know. I make no apologies. I've been through what I've been through. I'm trying to get better in life, and fuck these people that say this shit. And anyways. Number 14, being a metalhead. If you're into heavy metal, hey, being a heavy metal, a very fucking patronizing comment there, by the way. Rock on, my friend. When you're still walking around Earth sporting long hair, studded leather belt, and a mastodon shirt at 30 years old, that's sad. Shave, shower, and stop in at Brooks Brothers. What the fuck is Brooks Brothers? Some preppy, yuppie bullshit? Who fucking cares? What if you're in a band? Are you gonna... Okay, I mean, I am guilty of the opposite of this because I've kind of tried to become more accessible in the last couple of years. I used to have super long hair. And I try to do it for various reasons. I'm not going to go into all of them right now, but you know, but at the same time, there's a little bit of an edge there because I still like to wear kind of edgy rockabilly kind of shirts and, you know, band shirts, you know, some pieces of jewelry once in a while. You know, I'm not totally like out of like going to Brooks Brothers or some shit, but you know, I like to keep my hair shorter nowadays, and that's fine. But if a person's in a band and they want to fucking have long hair in their 50s, I mean, look at Iron Maiden. I mean, most of those guys have long hair except for Bruce. I mean, you're in a band, even if a small time band. Why do you have to look like a certain way just because of this guy that wrote this article? I mean, who the fuck cares? Just stupid. 30's not even that old. Okay, so the next one, anyways. 13, alcohol stunts. If you were able to down 12 shots in 30 minutes when you were in college, you were pretty cool. Well, I never hung out with people like that. If you still try to do this when you're in the 30s and you can go, hey, you're a grown man. There's no need to play Keelan us macho or whatever the fuck. With booze, if you want to drink, just drink. It's not long division. Okay, so, I mean, I guess a case could be made if you're still binge drinking a lot in your 30s, by then you might have an alcohol problem. But to play a drinking game in your 30s, like what if you're getting fucking married or something and you want to do that on your bachelor party? Who the fuck cares? I mean, oh, God, it's just so stupid. Fucking, I hate this shit. I'm getting more and more pissed as I do this video because it's so stupid. So, number 12. Now, this takes the cake of stupidity in this video. This is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Number 12, using a flip phone. If you're 30 and up, it's time you made enough money to afford a smartphone. Says who? The only thing your flip phone says about you is they're too dumb to use a smartphone and that you can't afford it at both. All right, so, bro, so this person wants someone to basically, like, be a fucking, like, consumer, normal, yuppie, preppy fucking dipshit and buy a smartphone and watch shit on YouTube and waste their time on their fucking smartphone when maybe a flip phone is more advantageous for the person to not get caught up in all that shit. Maybe they just are a nonconformist. They want a flip phone. They don't need a fucking smartphone. I've known people like that. Who gives a shit? Why is it not right to have a flip phone? There's people that are rebelling and getting flip phones because people are on their fucking phone all the time. So anyways, number 11, keeping a raggedy wallet. Guilty as charged. The same goes for wallets with anything written on them, including the Pulp Fiction Bad Motherfucker wallet. Well, some fucking prep might have that shit. No, I'm just kidding. This is kind of like assuming that these guys are like this. These are the normal fucking people. Like, I am not one of these guys that would like be neither the target of this necessarily or the demographic that would read this, because this is like for guys that have a normal life, and I really haven't. But anyways, how are you supposed to be taken seriously when you go out for your wallet? Looks like the dog chewed it up. Heaven help you if you're still using a Velcro wallet. Who gives a shit? What if they want to do that? It just stores my credit cards and money and shit. I mean, I have a Kiss Army wallet. It's pretty raggedy, and I don't give a fuck. Whatever. I'm going to shove this. I'm going to get this wallet. I'm going to buy that wallet and shove it up this guy's ass and fucking break his intestine for being such a fucking moron! Choreographed handshakes. Men shake hands. Men do not slap fists in an itsy-bitty spider followed by meter for speed. Unless you want the business client to think you're Malibu's business client. Okay, like I said before, this guy thinks you're supposed to be some, like, rich, yuppie fucking predator upon the world. You know, that's basically what he believes in. In which case, you're all you be rad. Okay, so who gives a shit? I don't do this shit. I think it's dumb, too, but it has nothing to do with being an age or anything like that. It's so stupid. Well, this picture is hilarious. Men of the flat-brimmed hats. Men of the 30s out not to be wearing a lot of hats to begin with. Why? Who says who? What? Why? Where? What? You know? Or they absolutely need to run far, far away from flat-brimmed hats. Either curve the brim in your hat, stop wearing them entirely, except that you're as much of a D-bag as Ricky Flower and Justin Bieber, despite being old enough to know better. I have no comment on that. I don't wear flat-brimmed hats. I don't really care, you know, if someone does. I'm not as, you know, in regards to this list, actually it's turning out longer than my original video. That's pretty funny. When it comes to this list, it's like one of those things that it doesn't really affect. These things are harmless. I mean, and it's supposed to be funny, this article, right? But it's just not that funny either. I mean, their demographic is like this yuppie fucking douchebag that is like a CEO. Well, I am a CEO officially, like as of a month from now, because I registered an LLC as a CEO. But anyways, it's like this yuppie, bad, like stupid, preppy, conformist, normal CEO fuck, you know, or whatever, yuppie fucker that white, and not to mention white upper middle class fuck that would like this list, and they could go jerk off on it. And I'll fucking print it out and wipe my ass on this bullshit. I always say that about articles that I hate. I like to fucking maybe I'll do a video of me wiping my ass on it. Oh, it's pretty gross, I know, but never mind. I'm not going to do that, by the way. Using a gym bag as luggage. What are you running away from home? Get some big boy luggage. Okay, so, alright. So I have this kung fu bag that I sometimes use as luggage. You know, it's like, well, whatever. Who gives a fuck? It holds shit. It carries shit. I'm going to carry it places. Who fucking cares? Do I care about people looking at me weird at the airport? They can go fuck themselves. They probably watch reality TV and listen to fucking Justin Bieber, for all I know. They're probably just dumb fucking American conformist piece of shit fucks. Like, I fucking care if I'm judged for using a kung fu bag for luggage. Fuck you! Number 7, hand signs and photos. Unless you're in a gang or a Raiders fan, which is basically the same thing. Not to mention a racist fucking sort of article. There's no reason for a 30-year-old man to have any kinds of signs in a photo, unless you're representing the alma mater. Just smile and take the picture. Save the West Side for the next life. I'm neutral on this. I'm ambivalent. I don't give a fuck. The person wants to use hand signs. That's their choice. If they're 500 years old, I don't give a fuck. Go at it. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. Number 6, beer pong. I'm starting to actually sort of like think this article is funny just because it's like I've been reading it so much because trying to do this video. It's like, what the fuck? Really, broham? I'm surprised I know what the word broham. I remember that from some things a couple years ago. Beer pong, really? At 30-something years old, there's no reason for you to be playing any sort of drinking game whatsoever, truthfully. It's alcohol. You could just drink it. Like I said with the previous example of the drinking game or whatever, who gives a shit? Person wants to play beer pong, that's fine. You know, maybe you can attract some college girls that way if you're like in your 30s or something. I mean, I don't fucking know. If you're a beer pong champion, get some groupies or something. I don't fucking know. Who gives a shit? Who is the fucking judge of this person? Why is this weird if you're over 30? I understand, you know, it's kind of more associated with someone in college, but who fucking, at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? Number 5, getting into online arguments. By the time you reach your 30s, you still have better things to do with your time to get indignant in the comments section. Like, half the population violates this rule that are over 30 that I know of. I agree, okay. Getting into online arguments too much, if you're trying to improve your life and doing stuff like that, it's kind of stupid, all right? But I don't think it's a matter of age, of what fucking number is on your driver's license or social security, whatever. Fucking this, I don't know. It's less maturity than just being an idiot. I mean, look at all the Donald Trump supporters. Most of them are fucking over 40 or 50. You know, I mean, or a lot of them are. There's a lot of young people too. But anyways, it's stupid. Number 4, leaving the house in clothes that aren't ironed. Seriously, acts like a man. It takes mere minutes to iron. I don't fucking care. Whatever. You know, this guy, like I said before, he's the douchebag. So, the writer of this article. Playing paintball. What if you like having fun and doing paintball? Fucking A. I played laser tag a couple years back with my friend. And my friends and stuff. And it's like, it's fun. You can't have fun if you're over 30. You're supposed to have mature fun, whatever that means. I mean, this is just the dumbest fucking list ever. Other than like maybe 3 or 4 things that are logically fallacious as far as what he's trying to argue, but what could be argued against in other ways. Like the next one, lifted trucks. If you're ashamed of having a small penis, there's other ways to deal with jacking your truck up to the point where it needs a step ladder to get in and just broadcast your insecurity issues, throw up. All right, so I think most of the people I know, I don't know anybody with a raised truck, but I mean, most of them around now I think are over 30 that I see around. It's not like exactly a new cool thing to do or something. So, I mean, I just think you're a redneck. I don't think you're fucking like immature. I don't give a shit though. If that's your thing, I fucking live and let live. That's what I'm about, you know? I don't like this, like, you have to do this, you have to do that. Not because because I'm insecure about not doing most of those things. No, I'm just kidding. But because I think it's stupid. I think it's fucking retarded. Excuse the microaggression against the ableist microaggression there. But, you know, I stopped or slowed down. It's the definition of retard. But, you know, it's stupid. It's slowed down intelligence, meaning retarded. So, using Scarface, number 1. Why is this number 1, for one? I don't understand. But using Scarface videos to decorate your apartment. Oh, sorry, do you live in a dorm room? At your age, there's no reason people should come over and see a poster for a gangster movie. Well, first of all, just as a side note, I've always been kind of wary about the whole organized crime glamorization in our culture. You know, I'm like, Godfather is cool, you know, it's Goodfellas, but like even friends of mine have been like way too into it. Like, what? why? I don't really understand the fascination with it. It's like kind of people who are obsessed with serial killers or something. It's like, it's interesting. Well, I don't like serial killers. I'm into a little bit of true crime, honestly, like watching some of the shows and stuff, but I just don't like the obsession with organized crime or serial killers. So it's like, oh, I'm cool because I'm a fucking douchebag that kills people for money. Ugh, great. Yeah, just like everybody else, this fucking society, whatever. But still, anyways, on this note, as far as this list goes, it's like, what if you're a film fan? What if it has a really nice frame around it? I mean, it looks like they do have a frame around it. So who gives a shit if someone likes something? They can't like anything if you're past 30. It's just so fucking dumb.